Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
No guest needed this week. God damn it. We are in the house.
No lube required.
No lube. No Vaseline, motherfuckers. Coming in hot. Got a 3-man jam on our hands, boys. And,
Awesome.
Boy, what a fucking week, everybody. Did anyone else?
What happened?
Well, I mean,
forgot everything that happened until like 10 minutes ago.
I was going to say, normally I sit here and listen to someone detail their whole life, so I don't even think about my week.
Yeah.
But what happened with yours?
Well, the big one was the United States government lost an F-35 for a few hours.
Did they find it again?
Yeah, well, they found what's left of it.
Okay.
I think
That's what personally happened to you this week?
This has been a crazy week. Some news happened.
Yeah.
The government fucked up again.
No, my week is boring. I worked all week, and then
What's the most interesting thing that happened at work?
Let's see. I had some folks from New Zealand, so my quest to be able to do their accent as good as Carter continues. I'm still not very good, but I have taken Carter's advice by setting it by going, the seat was wet, we had to make a deadline.
The seat was wheat, and we had to meet the deadline. That was this guy on the bonus features of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He was a crew member. And, and I was like, that's the most Kiwi thing I've ever heard.
Anytime I interact with those people, that is just ringing in my head. I want you to know.
Do they talk to you about what the cultural differences are? What do they say?
In my job, I'm a tour guide for those. This is their first episode for some reason. When I have American tourists, I tend to shy away from any sort of socio-political issues. Even if it's brought up, I'm just like, oh, yeah, it's crazy, man. Anyway, this hotel was built in 1927.
Bud Light, you don't want to talk about it.
Right,
Here you
exactly.
go.
100%.
We're not known for our nuance, so you don't it's better to walk around America without having an opinion unless you want to get hit in the face.
Well, it's not even that I want money. I want a tip at the end of the day. And
everyone's working for everyone here too, so
right. And that's the funniest thing is international people like Americans are so friendly, and I'm like, yeah, because we have to
we want your money. We really
have to sing
we
and
need
dance.
your money to live. Yeah.
We have to do the little stupid fucking dance for everybody because we don't get paid a living wage.
Yeah.
And
we're raised to sing and dance for money. So
right. Yeah.
That's why when we are able to express an opinion, we scream it and it's completely without nuance.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Also, I think for some reason we're all impressed when we meet a foreigner in America.
An accent.
You're just like, whoa, you made it over here.
Yeah.
Still, this guy could have a tattoo on his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could be he could have a MAGA hat on. He'd be like, right, well, you say, ooh, you seem exotic.
Yeah. Well, and, so if I've got Americans on the tour, I'm just kind of like, whatever, just change the subject. International people, I mean, most of the Western world, their most conservative people are Joe Biden, basically, in terms of their politics. You know what I mean? And so I'll just let it fucking rip with international travelers. So
Sure.
With the Kiwis, they were kind of like...
I always assume they have a more liberal attitude towards drinking, too. They're just like, I'm drunk, mate.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, the Aussies? Well, yeah, because on their internal clock, it's, last Tuesday, 3 weeks ago or whatever.
Also, they're on vacation, so you got to, as soon as your eyes open, you have to drink.
Yeah. But with the with the Kiwis last week, because obviously driving around Los Angeles, the thing that everybody notices immediately, obviously, homeless population, right?
Yeah,
and
that's the
international
the thing
people are fucking shocked by it,
and understandably so.
Understandably so.
Yeah, it's terrible that we're desensitized to it.
Yes,
I'm
not at all.
It's very sad. I went for a walk the other day in the valley.
Yeah,
I've been trying to go on these little nature walks or whatever. I don't know. It must be depression or something.
So
but
you went to the valley?
Yeah, there's this one on this thing called All Trails, which I've been going. I swear to God, I'm becoming fucking. I'm becoming I don't know, depressed middle-aged person or something. But I take these little depression walks, and I went on this one, and it was on the Great Wall of Los Angeles. And it's this illustrated history of Los Angeles. I swear to God, it's this little a little river or something.
Oh, okay.
But they've illustrated wall, and it's kind of just this 4 mile out or 2 mile out and back trek or whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
And there was just a guy in the bushes, and he was just on the fucking nod, and he was nodding out. And I was having a lovely time before that, and I was like, I had that moment. The selfish moment of do I let this affect my otherwise good afternoon?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You pull out your phone, video, and start saying World Star.
Yeah.
Star.
I did yell World Star and it woke him up, and I think I saved his life. But yeah, no, I mean, it's the most jarring thing.
But yeah, if I was in the van, because a lot of these Americans watch like Fox News, and their whole shit is just like, the homeless population of liberal California, and you're like, yeah, what about all the Republican areas of California that also have homeless people?
It's weird when you get conservative people who want to take a tour of Los Angeles. It's like, are you just trying to make yourself angry? Like, are you just like that, like thoughtless, where you're like, I don't know what to fucking do. I have to be here for a seminar, so I'll take a tour, I guess.
I will say, like, I have been able to flip so many of those people because I'm so
Democrats?
fun. Not Democrats, but at least being like, okay, LA's kind of cool, just because forcing my own personality.
For Republicans, like, show them LA schools, like, look at all these rich people too.
Yeah. Well, and also part of the fun is their kids are usually having a great time, and then I just start. The van is against them at that point, so I can just start razzing the old man. I'm like, they're having fun. What's wrong with you? Yeah, turn that frown upside down, old man.
You fucker.
Yeah. But
the kids are like, I hate you. I hate you, Dad.
I'm going to do gender as soon as I leave the house.
One kid like gets a pin and tries to stab the dad in the neck. He's like, I fucking hate you. I've always hated you.
So it's funny that they basically just expect you to agree with them and saying some weird Republican talking point.
Right.
You're just going to be like, yeah.
Right.
Thanks for saying it, man.
Republicans do that to all service industry people, though. Like, they shoehorn in their shitty belief, and they're like, am I right? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah.
They do that to bartenders for sure. And then they come to that bar every day, and they wear that person down to where they in order for that person to just have a smooth afternoon and be like, yeah, I don't know. I guess there's two sides to every argument. Anyways, I'm going to go in the back and cry.
Oh, dude, I was at a venue yesterday that has comedy like every day of the week, and I heard the bartender, some regular person found out there's comedy going on and wanted to tell the bartender a joke, and then the bartender just blank stared, and she was like, yeah, I don't really do comedy. She acts like she hates laughing now because she's been around so many loser comedians.
I was saying, I would if an open mic was at the bar I worked at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate comedy.
Yeah.
So and I asked the right person as to when it starts. Or
she literally was like, oh, I want to go up. She asked me what it was, and then the bartender was like, no, no, you don't. She had bought her one item. She could have got a slip, but the bartender refused to give her one. She was like, yeah, it always goes bad when somebody spur of the moment does comedy, because she's seen it several times, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, anytime I got the international people on the tour and they comment on that, I'm just fucking no filter. I'm just like, yeah, it's because America doesn't have a healthcare system. If crazy pills were free, most of this problem would be, solve itself. But we don't. We have a very...
Who has the money for that?
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because you're talking to like New Zealanders, Australians, Western countries that have somehow, even though they're nowhere near as rich as the United States, have figured out how to fucking take care of some of this problem.
There's so many other problems than just that, too.
Well, but that's a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one that you notice immediately.
That'd be a real fucking good start. Yeah, I mean,
but that doesn't always address why people become homeless in the first place.
No.
And blah, blah, blah. I was watching a thing the other day. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
No, this is bad. The people, and we already know this, get foster children to get a check.
Yeah.
Then when the kids turn 18, they're just like, get the fuck out of my house.
Right.
You're homeless now.
The blind side.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that happens a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
They adopt foster children, and then once they hit 18, they kick them out in the streets.
And then the kids are just like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, and then you're out on the fucking street. But yeah,
and you never think about stuff like that because you just don't think if you've never been involved in a system like that, you're like, why would that ever happen?
Yeah, how could someone be that desperate? That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, and also explaining to like New Zealanders and anybody else where it's like, a ride in an ambulance costs $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're like,
You mean a kangaroo doesn't just put you in his pouch and hop on down to the local?
Yeah, where we're from, we ride a kookaburra.
Dock in the back, we call them. Dock in the outback.
So
you Americans live in a hellscape. You know that?
Yeah, well, that is what
we know. We're here every day. I like it when they say
I live in the Shire.
Yeah. Well, one of
we don't know it's fucked up also.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Well, one of the
but you can get famous here for being an influencer.
Exactly. Well, and that's what I have to tell people. I'm like, the gamble of American society is like your potential for growth financially is unlimited, but it will be at the expense of everybody below you. Everybody will get injured on your way to getting complete financial dominance or whatever. And
So
I
think
had
twice the next time you try to go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, well, I had there was one of the kids on the tour was very like talkative, was asking me a bunch of questions and shit.
And you're like, shut the fuck up.
oh no, dude.
Let me explain the Hollywood sign.
No, interviewing children is the funniest thing because they got weird ass brains.
You got to be built for
They
it.
say the darnest things.
They really
They sure
do.
You got to be Jeff Foxworthy or,
Well, so this
that other guy.
the other guy. Was it Bill Cosby?
It was indeed. It was indeed. No, the one of the kids goes. I swear, he asked me. He goes, after I just said all this horrifying shit about how much it costs to get a fucking ambulance in America. He goes,
Yeah.
"What are you proudest of your country?" And
Wow.
I sat there for like a full
From the
minute
lips of babes.
before I was like, "Rock and roll's good."
I got a podcast.
yeah. Well, no, he was like specifically like, "What about your?" I was like, I like
Every cool type of music
I was like,
that's
movies.
popular in the world.
I was going to be like
Movies.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, Martin
movies.
Scorsese. Scorsese's cool.
stand-up comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which really, come on, America kind of has a stranglehold on. Let's be honest.
I mean,
Don't
you know,
say that.
Hey, you know.
Don't say. The Edinburgh Comedy Festival just happened, and it was so funny that all these like open-minded friends of mine went over there to do comedy, and all of them came back being like, "Yeah, Europe fucking sucks. Those people smell bad. All the comics
Really?
are terrible." Yeah,
damn.
I've only heard bad stuff from everyone that went. The people.
I want to go so bad. I mean, I've been to Europe once, but I don't know. I've been to France.
Apparently, it's a lot of money spent for nothing, more or less.
Is it one of those like pressure makes diamonds thing where it's like, well, everyone's quality of life is better there, so no one's as funny, so no one.
Well, you mean the comedy scene? I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Edinburgh specifically, because my impression of Edinburgh Fringe, everybody talks about it the way they talk about Bonnaroo, where they get back on Monday morning, they're like, "God, that was fucking awful. I can't wait till next year."
Yeah. Well, people always have like the cumulative like photo posts where it's like Edinburgh changed my brain.
Yes.
And here's a
Yeah.
picture of me as a giant lollipop.
Yeah. They do like a lot of people do an hour-long show.
Yeah, all
like,
the
every
validation that
day.
escaped me in the States.
But they're doing an hour-long show, potentially to maybe a full room, maybe like
Sometimes,
50 people. Sometimes, 6 people.
Yeah.
And apparently, European audiences don't exactly like burst out laughing like Americans
Sure,
do.
sure.
So they'll just sit there, like kind of feeling, ha, and nodding their head.
Whoa.
So you're doing that for an hour, like 30 days in a row, and you're paying $10,000 to $15,000 to do so.
And a
Europe-
lot of it is like having to promote your own shit.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered, European audience is like clever and like wacky, not like broad.
Eli,
Wacky and broad are different. Like there's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. There's like Mr. Bean, and then there's like Chris Farley. And I don't know if they like Chris Farley so much.
I mean, they liked your boy.
Your boy,
Yeah.
you.
They're idiots.
Yeah, they're idiots.
You're clever though.
Yeah, okay. Well, I did it right in Ireland. I'm just saying that's my one European comedy experience. But yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. I'll never make it over there.
I'm just saying
On
the Dice
general
Man may not do well.
Principle of America being number one.
I just take it from Bill Hicks doing really well over there and not so good over here.
No, I do think they like people who kind of they'll accept a comic who has a lot to say if it goes somewhere at the end.
Right.
They'll like a joke that has a beginning, middle, and end, where in America we have comics that'll just stand on stage and kind of rifle off jokes. And I don't think they have that as much over there.
Sure.
From what I understand. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I know.
Yeah, we could be
Irish-
completely talking out of our asses.
We have an
gonna say-
Irish comic who listens to this show.
I was just
right?
saying,
Yeah,
can
that's
any of
right.
our European listeners that tweet at us?
Yeah.
Tell us what, like,
tell us-
encapsulate European
How
humors.
offensive-
Why America's better.
I was gonna
please.
say, how offensive are we being right now?
How stupid are we
All the
being?
comics are like people legitimately smell bad over there. The food's terrible. Like
you could say the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the other thing that any international guests I have are shocked by is they're like, your food is fucking enormous, like
Enormous, yes, which is funny.
Yeah, they like it's Super Mario World where everything's big. Except
no,
it's
they're just like
a
it's
chicken.
bland as shit. Like you've heard everyone say.
I
about
gotta say,
European food.
when I was going to
When I was in France, it was all right.
Well, France, of course,
yeah,
that's a whole different. If you're in
pretty
France
good.
or Italy or somewhere
Yeah.
like that, once you get into like
England. You talk about the United Kingdom. Yeah.
No, I will say when I was going to Ireland, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's amazing, but the food sucks." And I got there and it was just the best goddamn food. It was awesome.
I
What are you
mean,
eating?
Well, that's the best part.
gotta sop up all
It's-
that booze.
It's fucking. Their whole shit is like meat and potatoes, and
Yeah.
who doesn't love that?
Hearty stuff.
Yeah, beef stews, to go with
Yeah.
the cold morning mist.
Yeah, I think it might be hard for LA people to go over there and be like, "Oh my god, you can just eat meat
Yeah.
only."
yeah.
Well, it might be hard for LA people to go over there and be like, wait, nepotism doesn't matter over here. Oh shit, no one cares who I am over here.
Yeah, and I do think that's a thing that drives people crazy. The expecting to go over there and be like really well received and all that shit.
Yeah, and
they
then
expect
have
to go
people be like,
over and get
"Go on,
like
then."
5-star reviews on their show, and they'll leave, and all the shit's been going on. And I think a lot of them leave being like, "Well, I thought that was going to be the next step to something, but I'm kind of just back in America now."
Yeah.
They go with that same attitude they had when they like bombed their way through some improv courses or something. They're like, that was rough, but man, I learned a lot.
Yeah, basically. And also, they hate Europe. Like a true American going abroad, they come back and they're like, America's better.
Well, one thing we've certainly got here that they do not allow over there, which is, of course, a heavy dose of caffeine.
They don't allow that there?
No, that was the whole thing with the Prime energy drink. Was England was like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
This could kill you. But
Did they ban the one-chip challenge there, too?
oh, good question. I know it killed a kid
It
here.
killed a kid.
Yeah.
It killed it. Did you hear about this, Carter? You seem like
No.
the kind of guy who doesn't hear about stuff like this.
You're not keeping up with the chip beat.
Yeah, with Fringe chip news.
I get my news from this podcast.
From all around the world to right back here in Los Angeles, it's Fringe Chip News with your host, Sam Otta.
Well, today we got some dumb kid who ate a Packy one-chip challenge who may have had a pre-existing medical condition.
Almost certainly,
It
right?
seems like it because so many people have eaten it and not died.
Yeah.
But had a tummy ache afterwards.
Do you know about the
went
one-chip
to the
challenge?
hospital.
No.
Okay, so.
What?
Come on, man.
Carter, you're kicked off the podcast.
Welcome
Okay.
to Fringe
I'm-
Chip
I'm-
News.
You're not allowed to have any energy today.
I'm basically on social media, and it's just people who I follow, and I've muted so many people at this point that it's the only thing that's news now is people's show announcements.
That's
like
good.
that's it. It's not good. It's
You-
boring, and I'm never on social media anymore.
You muted Pocky Chips?
I don't know. I guess I'm never on X either.
Basically, it's one of those things that's super spicy. People eat it for like a viral challenge. That's
Yeah,
the only
okay.
reason it's sold
So
a
it's-
lot of. They started carrying it at like 7-Elevens and
yes.
shit.
So it's at 7-Eleven. It is
Not anymore.
Oh, it's not? They took it out?
They stopped selling
Oh,
them.
shit.
I think the company might be done after this.
It's a Taki, like a hot Takis.
Oh, yeah, so it's like a Dorito, but it is covered in like scorpion and Carolina Reaper.
Ghost pepper.
Ghost
and
pepper,
all
like-
the hot, spiciest shit.
Yeah.
It's a Pocky, not a Taki.
Yeah, it's called Pocky, and that's the name of the company. But it's one chip, and it's sold. It comes in a coffin-shaped box, and it's in a tinfoil wrapper. And then you unwrap it, and they give you gloves in the box to handle it with. And you're supposed to
Oh my
like
God.
eat this thing, and it's just supposed
And
to
then have no water for 10 minutes.
right.
I think.
Yeah, so you're supposed
Which
to like
no one can seem to do.
Yeah, but that's fucking crazy. The whole thing is crazy. But anyway, yeah, it killed a kid.
It killed a kid.
Yeah, a kid
He
died.
died like the next day of what exactly?
I
What,
feel so bad for the family because
They-
then I'm sure if the people are like, what did he die of? And they're like, cancer.
Instagram.
Just say something that would garner sympathy.
Yeah, what did he die of? Instagram.
Instagram, yeah, pressure, peer
don't
pressure.
go to their website. See
Well,
the-
yeah, no. I
See, it says it's removed from shelves.
oh wow, here we go.
Let's
Yeah,
get
does
some
it's
information.
a teenager.
Yeah, it's a teen. I don't think he was over 18, which is against the rules of
Oh,
the challenge.
I found.
Oh, well, there you
broken
go.
rule number 1 of the challenge.
Now we see the repercussions of not following the rules.
yeah, kids should learn a lesson from this.
They
if
should.
anything.
I found
They should.
I found the best possible website to read this off of. Topclassactions.com.
Oh, one time I bought one of
Sounds
these
classy.
and was feeling a little sick. Well, I remember now, all of a sudden.
Which I think the actual URL should be myback.com. But yeah, Hershey, first of all, made by Hershey's, which I didn't know that. Hershey subsidiary Amplify. Yeah, so it's made with 2 of the hottest peppers in the world and sold for $10 in a coffin shaped box. Damn, I didn't know it was $10. I guess
Yeah.
you're paying for the gloves or whatever too.
No, you're paying for the experience. You're paying for the coffin-shaped box.
I was gonna say, if you don't have leftover gloves from the pandemic, then
If it was too cheap, no one would buy it.
Right.
If it was like $4, you're like, dude, something fucking is crazy is in here.
Yeah, a 14-year-old from Massachusetts experienced stomach pain so severe that he doubled over and died around 2 hours after being rushed to the hospital.
he died from the spice. Like, what was the actual technical thing?
I don't know if they've done the autopsy yet.
Oh, Packy also came under fire in 2017 when a consumer filed a class action lawsuit against the brand, arguing the company misled consumers about the sugar content. I love that.
That is a class action lawsuit, fraud lawsuit.
Hey, this is.
I mean, they're right.
This is sweeter than I expected.
They're
It's just
right,
like a kid
but
dying in the background.
They shouldn't. There's more things you could sue them over.
So, did they immediately cut off the one chip challenge? Is that it?
Yeah.
They pulled
Okay.
it from shelves.
Yeah, Pocky, as a company, they have decided, in light of recent events, that they will make the heroic decision after having killed a child to remove their
brave.
stupid chip from the shelves.
That's good.
But at least we got a ton of videos of people online trying it.
Oh, yes.
We got enough so that they can cut off the product, and it's no major loss to society at this point.
Right.
Someone should have invested in getting tons of those to get a full bag.
Oh,
of
yeah,
Pockies.
yeah.
And then
I think whoever
committed suicide
we
that
need
way.
to go through this kid's history, and whoever inspired him to do this, which video creator,
Oh, yeah.
they should be held liable.
Sean Evans from Hot Ones, you're going
No,
down.
I think there was
it's a precedent. He said, you know what the president said? You eat this shit that's terrible for you, you could talk to Obama.
I don't know why exactly, but it has resurged.
Obama on
This was a thing from years ago, but it resurged recently. A guy was going around in the hood and just offering people $40 to do it. And a lot of those videos were getting popular. So I wonder if he saw those and was just like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm fucking 14.
I love
Fucking stupid.
Obama on Hot Ones. Is so funny.
Obama on Hot Ones, and they won't give him any milk or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, kids at a school are talking shit about him.
Yeah.
Here, Jimmy died from the one chip challenge. What a fucking loser.
Yeah, him and Tony Hawk, Sean Evans and Tony Hawk did the one chip challenge this year.
Tony Hawk did, and he's old as Tony Hawk's 75. And he
Yeah.
lived?
With Lil Yachty, too.
And he did it the year before that with Lil Yachty. Yeah, exactly. So.
Boy, Tony Hawk has not had much to do since.
Oh, he's got a podcast. He's killing it.
He does?
Bird and the Wolf. Yeah, man.
Okay, never
Come
mind.
on.
I'll check it out.
He's
I'll check it
interviewing
out.
Steve-O.
He's interviewing Steve.
He's out there.
It was crazy what I used to do inhalants. I used to be like, Bab's got a problem.
And now the craziest thing I do is drink my own hot sauce. And then he spends 10 minutes
My
hawking
hot
his hot sauce. Hot sauce for your butthole.
I was telling Tom DeLonge about it the other day.
But yeah, the what we got is something I found over at the vitamin shop. This was during that big haul where I bought so many energy drinks. They gave me a reusable bag to carry them in, no charge.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Is this one sponsored by RuPaul?
Oh no, boy, it's quite the opposite.
Okay.
So
It's meant from the title.
Yeah.
That's a funny joke. Did we say the title
the
yet?
title is
Just work.
Just Work, but no vowels, just JST.
It's just work.
And this particular flavor is icy.
I saw the bear on the side,
yeah, so
Brought me back.
I saw it and I got pretty excited, and that's kind of what they're counting on. They say that if we could describe Just Work Energy Icy Cherry in 3 words, those words would be nostalgic, sweet, and bold. With advancements in flavor technology, we were able to capture the authentic taste of an icy without any calories or sugar.
Oh, really? You found the same artificial flavoring? It's
Yes,
just
that's
in that
literally
high fructose
Buried
corn
in the
syrup.
annals of time.
Yeah, this says time travel may not be possible, but with every sip of Just Work, get ready to be transported back to your beloved childhood.
To your beloved childhood where nothing went wrong or traumatized you.
I love that part. A lot has changed over the years, but Icy will always be America's original frozen treat. So this can's got 200 mgs of caffeine, and
Is that good?
industry standard
in coffee terms?
in coffee terms, that is like 2 cups of coffee, something like
Okay,
that.
split
depends
between,
on what
split
you're-
between 3 growing boys. I like
Yeah,
those
no,
odds.
it's
Depends on what you consider a cup of coffee in this
Yeah.
day and age. Some people
Yeah.
say 6 ounce is the standard size, but no one in America thinks that's the
It's like,
case.
come
I mean, I get a goddamn venti cold brew every morning, so
That
what
was
do I know?
that was another thing the New Zealanders commented on. I took
Venti?
took them to Starbucks, and they
Everything you have is fat.
right. They walked in with like these these teeny tiny coffees that I had never seen before, and they were like, "These coffees are huge." I was like, I've never even seen that size.
It's enormous in my meat.
Like they had to fucking get a duster to get off that bag of cups.
Do they just drink like small espresso things? there?
I think they just are like, hey, maybe don't give me 30 ounces of fucking sugar and milk.
We've been so
America
brainwashed and
is
traumatized as Americans. Like, give me an enormous vat of caffeine
I
to
just
get
want-
through my day filled with visual horrors.
Yeah.
Flavor in my mouth. Just give me flavor.
Give me salt. Give me lots of salt so I can feel something.
So as usual, I just looked this up and got kind of curious about it. It's made by these people out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Axe and Sledge, which is a supplement company that was co-founded by
Sister Sledge.
yeah. Oh, if only. God,
Yeah.
that would be the best. But no, unfortunately, it's a bodybuilder named Ferocious Seth Ferocia. And Seth is the host of a podcast.
Everyone's doing it. I feel like everyone started a podcast since we've been doing
Yeah,
it.
podcasts have jumped the shark. We should quit.
I think we were
made-
one of the first podcasts.
You made it
yeah.
10 years.
That's
It's
right.
over.
Oh yeah,
Last
we didn't mention
episode.
that. 10 years of Goods from the Woods.
That's right. So Seth describes himself as an entrepreneur, a former International Federation of Bodybuilding bodybuilder, and an aspiring comedian.
Aren't we all?
Yeah,
Aren't we all?
And I was unable to find any videos of him doing stand-ups. I think his version of comedian might be different than ours, perhaps, but
Sure.
he does have his podcast, which is called Hardworking Motherfuckers Podcast. The podcast.
Come on, he
for
doesn't say it like he
hardworking-
doesn't say it like an 80s pro wrestler. He says it like he
motherfuckers.
Yeah, he says it like he's the coolest, chillest guy in the world. But this is the hardest motherfuckers.
Well, Tell me-
veins, and boners.
so this is what he looks like. We'll put this up on Twitter so you can see it, and he definitely has sort of a 80s pro wrestler thing
yeah,
about
but
him.
all these guys now try to be really well spoken when they're trying to grift money from stupid people.
Well, so this guy was obviously, as you can tell,
He's got Scott Steiner.
yeah, bingo. Yeah, well, he was on gear for a long time, and now he's like an anti-steroid guy. But then you look at him and you're like, you're still
Well, that's a steroid body,
kind
though.
of doing them though, right? Like But
Nope,
yeah,
that's just arm curls.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
arm curls will get
Egg
you.
whites.
Egg whites and arm curls.
rice and chicken and hard work.
And ices.
But yeah, the full title.
Ices, definitely.
Dimlicious ices.
The full title of the podcast, by the way, the Hardworking Motherfuckers Podcast, the podcast for the hardworking motherfuckers of the world.
See, he's not an aspiring comic. That's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Yes, he's achieved that. But
Are there videos of him doing comedy?
no, not of him doing stand up. There's a lot of the videos of the podcast, and I was listening to, I listened to a little bit of it, and there was one where he was talking about. He was basically like, it's crazy that women can say to each other, like, oh, you're having a good hair day, but you can't say to another man, you're having a good dick day. Like, your dick looks good today.
Yeah, because the women's hair and a guy's dick.
Yes, it's the same thing, obviously.
So he just
Yeah.
is doing open mic comedy on his podcast.
kind of.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing because I always usually pass a guy and then I'll like say to another guy, like, do they do something with their dick?
Is he
Their
doing
dick seems like
something new?
smaller.
Did it lose weight? Wow.
I don't know how to bring it up
Yeah, yeah.
because I think it's. I mean,
So
I think it
is
looks
he-
okay. It looks kind of. I don't know.
Is he out or is he still in the closet?
Oh, he's
Because you don't make a comment like that.
No, he's
It's insane that we can't just talk about our dicks.
well,
Me and my homies just want to talk dick. What's the fucking problem?
and the funniest part is he's,
women say no. You have to talk about your haircut.
well, the funniest part is he's putting so much work into like his actual like muscles, where it's like, why wouldn't you just compliment that? Do you know what I mean? Like a thing that people can see from the outside.
Well,
But
if you do
anyway.
that, then he's like, "Hey,
Hey,
my
now."
dick is right here.
yeah.
Don't look at my insane biceps.
Eyes down, everybody.
Eyes down. Look at my dick. And his dick is like so small. It's like, oh no.
Oh yeah, he probably does have steroids.
Oh, you know those nuts. them some little pickens.
But yeah, so Axe and Sledge, they've got supplements that are Jack and Coke flavored, which I'd never seen that before.
Whoa, so he got a Jack Daniels sponsorship?
No, it's like whiskey and cola, but it's got the fake Jack Daniels kind of parody,
Oh, right.
New
Yeah,
Orleans parody logo kind of thing.
Got a little burn with it.
Yeah. There's also flavors called Scorpion Demon.
That's like what that kid ate. The scorpion demon Pocky. What could go wrong?
There's also big melons, huh? Get it?
Man, this is a guy's guy, dude, is what it sounds like.
There's also holiday branded supplements themed from the movie Elf, and those do seem to be branded. It looks like the actual logo of Elf.
John Favreau's a big fan of this guy.
You gotta assume. And then also there's a supplement called Your Mom's Sweet Peach.
This is like a YouTube
Hey man,
comment, man.
Hey Rivers, what are you drinking right now?
Oh, your mama's sweet peach. Welcome to the hard fuck
Oh, that's the funniest fucking thing.
Welcome to the hard fuck work fuck podcast fuck.
Hey, you been working out? No, I've been fucking your mom though. Nice tits, bitch.
Look at my dick. Look at my dick.
So sad.
Look at my dick.
You got a cool cock today, bro.
Thanks, bro. I'm crying.
He's also got this is really the fun one. He's got an apparel company where he sells lots of t-shirts. They are called All American Roughneck. And the logo is 2 capital A's and then an R, but it's a Glock 9mm in the style of the Sopranos logo. So, you know.
Says the R word with that. Oh, sorry. Didn't know I couldn't say that, big titties.
So I gathered some of the slogans for All American Roughneck. So just
I'm looking at the length of this list. This guy put way too much effort into thinking of ideas.
Oh yeah. So here's
That should be the first thing that's like shocking to people about America is like, so you're the dumbest country in the world.
We put in so much effort to have nothing, sir.
Yeah,
I can promise you that.
we say all and we show nothing. Like that is our biggest thing.
So here's some slogans. Live life. Oh, that's nice.
Classic. Okay.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with that.
Just work. Okay. Yeah.
My grind
Determination.
grind set.
Yeah, grind set for sure.
Pump Town.
That's I go there on a lonely night.
Drinking fish. Catching beers. Yeah,
Oh wait, you're so drunk you got them mixed up.
yep.
I see.
He's stealing these from like signs.
stops.
Yeah, these are truck
signs
stop
and
shit. Yeah.
This
fucking
is-
truck stops.
This
and
is Bucky's
restaurants.
appropriation. This is
Yeah.
fucking
I would
Love's
say,
Travel
That's
Plaza.
a capital A aspiring comedian. Ugh.
Well, it might get better. Here we go. Cold beer, fresh nuts.
All right.
I don't even get that one.
He just shaved his nuts.
I guess he's pouring beer.
Well,
on the,
he's drunk and he shaved his nuts, so he like nicked it a bunch. So
weights clanging, nuts hanging. It's like an emerging theme here. This one references a famous bit from the Hard Fuck Work Fuck podcast. I make money and have good dick days. That's a shirt you can just buy, and people are expected to be like, "Oh yes, that famous joke, that famous Bon Mo from the podcast of
I
Hard
bought
Fuck."
my family Christmas gifts, and my dick has a crook in it.
Yeah. This one I love. Morals, family values. That's all it
Morals, family
says. It
values,
just says morals,
a dick with an elbow in
family values. Yes. Live, laugh, go fuck yourself. Oh,
Hilarious.
Okay.
He was in Spencer's Gifts when he thought of that
I was
one.
gonna say.
yeah. Functional and fuckable. All right.
Does he sit around like with like a dart board in his office, and he's
No,
like, "Oh, I need some more catchphrases."
These are fucking AI generated.
Yeah.
it's true.
No, he's just at like a fucking truck stop on the New Jersey Turnpike throwing darts at the t-shirt section because this is all theft. Stay hungry. Stay violent. Protect what's yours. Is that one?
Freedom.
That's what a guys scream
It
in
should
the
have-
streets here.
It should have just like Mel Gibson from Braveheart, but like a giant cock coming out of the front of his.
Kilt.
Kilt. Thank you.
Stay. Sun's out. Guns out.
Do we need another one of those?
I know,
Do we
right?
need another one of those shirts?
Well,
Yeah.
but
it's hard to get into that market at this point.
Right.
It's pretty saturated.
He's trying to break in with his personality, which
Yeah. Well, here's a twist, Sam. The gun in question is not your bicep muscles. It is got a picture of an AR-15.
Still,
on it.
I bet somebody's already done that.
I'm
That's
sure they
so
have.
easy.
Yeah. This one it just says all guns matter. All right.
really taking a stand there, staking your claim in that political
He also sells hats that just say titties.
simplicity. Simplicity. See, that's where that is what's going to make him the most money. If he just has like some socks that say penis on them.
Yeah.
Oh, don't edit that out. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
For podcast merch.
Penis. They just say penis.
Yeah, socks
Like,
that just
but
say
like
penis.
just right over like the shoe, to where, like someone's like staring at your shoes.
Are those
Yeah.
Nike socks? Oh no, that's a penis.
Does this sock say penis?
Someone got my mom these socks that say "I'm a delicate fucking flower," and she thinks they're hilarious. She wears them all the time. So, the market's out there.
There's some
Just saying.
sass. There's some sass behind those
Absolutely.
socks.
Hey, don't come at Queen Gail.
Never.
And then finally, kill all pedophiles. Let God sort them out. Which just the idea of wearing the word pedophiles on a T-shirt is so crazy.
It's like to where? To the grocery store?
Yeah.
Like, where are you?
Or kill all.
Yeah,
kill
just
kill people. Yeah.
like anything about that, but just at its root. Like,
Wait a minute. Are you guys pro pedophile?
no, it's just
I'm
like
making sure.
invoking pedophilia anywore you go is just a strange thing to do.
Yeah, you just
know what
got
I
to
mean?
call people. If you think that someone looks like a pedophile, you got to call it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Stand
it's
your
just-
ground.
Absolutely.
Just call some random guy a pedophile and shoot him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the American way.
Yeah.
Call it out. Tits out. Guns out. Dicks out.
Yeah. So with that in mind, stay thirsty, stay violent, protect what's ours.
I can't read a book because my muscles are too big. Why would I ever read?
I saw Hulk Hogan on a plane, and that was a problem he was experiencing. He couldn't fold his hands in his lap.
He tried to read and he started crying.
That too.
Oh God!
Yeah,
the words are too difficult.
The mouth of the South had his fucking bullhorn beside him, just going, "Good night, moon, baby. Good night, moon, baby."
The icy aspect of this is tantalizing.
Same, yeah.
I think I've seen Icee brand on another kind of energy drink.
Yeah,
I think
Okay.
Icee's really willing to sell their
They're-
logo.
Icee's
They haven't
what-
been around for.
There are a bunch of sluts over there at Icee.
Yeah,
You know.
Takes
Ice-
two to tango.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
No, because that would be good on a shirt.
Takes two to tango. Yeah, two tits.
Yeah.
to tango with a penis.
It smells crazy, like a cherry slush thing.
Yeah.
It tastes exactly like Luden's cough drops, which I like, by the way. But it does have a
It does taste like a bad candy.
it has a distinct medicine
boy.
taste to it at the end
At
there.
first, you're like, it kind of tastes like if you just took if you melted one of those, if you melted an icy pop and then just drank it, just cut the little plastic tip and drank it. Yeah, but then it's got some weird kickback.
It does.
Chalkiness.
It tastes like you mixed a red Jolly Rancher with a cough drop for sure.
This is definitely not
I'm the first
functional
person
and
to
fuckable.
finish all of them.
I know, that's a
To finish
first.
all of it.
You know
You're
what?
making a bad face right
Yeah,
now,
I know.
Carter.
Yeah, Carter doesn't look
You
happy at all.
worried.
I feel concerned. It's concerning. It's concerning because that chalkiness.
The more you drink it, the more chalk is in it.
Ooh, I should not have kicked that whole thing back.
Oh, no.
Get some acid reflux.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm all right.
Okay, just let me know. I got.
Do you have any Pocky chips?
Can I just go ahead and die now?
We should.
They should give that to like soldiers if they're captured.
If
Just
in-
to eat a Pocky chip.
Yeah, yeah.
Self-suicide.
Yeah, this is the food you get: Pocky chip and water. And you're not allowed to have the water till 10 minutes later.
This one's the spices on this one are scorpion cum and tears. So enjoy.
Oh man. Well, sorry, Seth. Ferocious Seth Feroce. Your it tastes bad. It's bad. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's
and
not
I
good.
was excited.
It's not good.
Even
I saw the
after-
bear and I was excited. And,
Yeah, even after I found out all the crazy shit you sell on your website, I was still excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will we find one reputable energy drink salesman?
That's the thing.
Is there one?
Every time they try to make themselves a celebrity, it's a horrible.
Yeah.
It's almost always
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, I did find they did a whole podcast about the Richmond, north of Richmond guy, and they're big fans.
I mean, even Red Bull, are they like in the hills of Agora? Like whatever. Like they have a classy presentation behind Red Bull.
Red Bull's European; they're Austrian. So yeah, it's got sort of an unfamiliar flair to America.
I will
It's the
say
Flugtag.
it
Yeah.
just looks like a Prime can.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of looks like they saw what a Prime can looked like, and they're like, "Hey, maybe if we look at close enough,
Right.
someone will accidentally buy this."
I don't know. I could have been fooled.
I would have tried it just based off Icee being
Same.
on there.
Oh yeah, that's
but,
100% why I grabbed it. Yeah.
Zero
yeah, this is
calories too.
bad.
Can't beat that.
Yeah,
but
well,
this sucks.
But like, they couldn't lock down the thing everybody would want, which would be the Icee Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola Icee has a flavor like nothing else. You know what I mean? It doesn't taste really like Coca-Cola, but it's great.
Coca-Cola's put like a toe into the energy drink market. But
Yeah.
they've never really fully gone in with their own flavor.
Yeah, well, they have the ill-conceived Coke and coffee thing they try every 20 years to spectacular
Yeah,
popcorn
it's
fart.
not good.
Yeah,
Not good.
They should really make Diet Coke just Coca-Cola now, and they should make Coca-Cola Classic call it like Fat Coke.
just moving up.
But Diet Coke should just be Coke now.
Now I drink so much like sugar-free stuff. When I see someone drinking a full sugar soda, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
like, what kind of thing are you detoxing off of
Yeah.
that you have to drink a full-bodied Coke? There's Diet Coke. It works.
There's a new taste spreading out right across the nation. The frozenated, carbonated, icy drink sensation. You can sip it, you can spoon it, it's the icy surprise. There's Coca-Cola, orange, raspberry, or lime. Everybody loves Icee. Available in all stores displaying the Icee sign. Everybody loves Icee.
We have a segment on the show called Top 3, where we get our listeners to write in top 3 lists that they wish us to populate and opine upon. First up, this one comes to us from Instagram, our friend JD Hilmer. And I love this question. Top 3 movies that younger you thought were deep.
Yeah, this is a good question.
Great
This
question.
is so easy. Can I just cover everyone's list?
I was about
right
to say,
now and
yeah.
The Matrix.
Yep, bingo.
The
Yep,
Matrix.
that was my number 3.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Well, yes, since you've nailed it, let's talk about the Matrix
Yes.
real quick.
And I contend first half of that movie still pretty intoxicating.
Oh, the whole movie's in talk. I mean, it's a brilliant film, but
Great movie. But yeah, when you were a kid, you were like, man, it made you question reality.
Yes.
In a way that's perfect for a kid because it's like told in the language of video games.
I turned 13 the year that movie came out, so I was
Yeah.
exactly the right age to be like, whoa, like to have my mind
Yeah.
blown by a movie because I had just gotten done being a child.
We all echoed Keanu Reeves' sentiment and going, whoa.
Whoa, yeah, I know kung fu. Like, yeah, everything about it appealed to me. It was a badass action movie, but then also that like philosophy 101 kind of like, what if everything is a simulation?
Yeah,
man? Like
sure,
it's
sure.
just perfect.
It's comic booky.
Yeah.
I mean, it appealed to that age range. Like, it wasn't made
Hell
to
yeah.
like blow adults' minds. It's made to blow
but then it
teenagers'
did.
minds.
You know, that's
then
that's
it
my
did.
favorite part. Yeah.
And now it has went, and it is a fake deep movie because now it's like one of the number one used propaganda techniques
Right.
that exists.
Red
in-
pilling someone is someone who's has brain worms.
Yes, yeah, 100%. But it is funny because now you watch it with the hindsight of knowing that the Wachowskis are trans, where you're like, this is a movie about being a trans person.
Right, yeah,
Whether
yeah.
they knew that or not at the time, that is what the movie is, where it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, you're living a life that's untrue
an
to your
interior reality that
Yeah.
is not true to the exterior reality.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, it has kind of become a deep movie all over again in that way, where you have
Yeah.
the analysis of what the filmmakers are doing.
Even beyond its obvious layers, there are layers to it. Yeah, to what the filmmaker's saying. Absolutely.
Right. So it's it's fun. Also, fun fact, if you start The Matrix when you leave Seattle on a plane, it will end the second you land in Los Angeles. Because that's the last time I watched The
delays
Matrix.
and everything. Like, it will stretch
literally,
out.
Literally, the last time I watched The Matrix, I was taken off of Seattle. I was going through the menu. I was like, oh, The Matrix. Fuck yeah, I hadn't seen that in forever. Click play, landing in LA, just fucking the Rage Against the Machine song, and he flies out the phone booth right when I'm landing. That is the length of time it takes to fly from LA to Seattle.
Also, boy, they've tried 3 separate times, but you just can't get lightning to strike twice
No.
with that movie.
Oh my god.
Well, because it's fake deep. There's nowhere for the story to go.
That is the story.
Once you realize that that's the thing.
Just trying to pump money out of the interest in the
and
first
of course.
one.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's become the worst propaganda tool in the history of recent memory.
Yeah.
Just the whole idea that you need to quote unquote discover the truth.
Yes.
Question
Yeah,
everything,
yeah,
which means question the vaccine, which means question. Yeah.
That just leads people down a rabbit hole where they think they're being smart by questioning quote unquote things.
Yeah.
And usually leads to them believing in something very stupid and not true, but being like, well, I see the true reality.
Right. This is also like, Neo was a hacker in the movie, and this is before the internet being fucking everywhere and everyone's opinion being creeping into your subconscious. So
everyone thinks they're a hacker because
everyone thinks that they're like going onto the dark web when they're just going onto Reddit.
Or just Google and being like typing
or Facebook. They're going onto Facebook.
Or something came in a glitchy JPEG came across their field of vision on Facebook and they're like, ooh.
Yeah, they're like that's their knock knock Neo.
Yes, 100%.
is a meme about the vaccine or something.
Yeah. So what's
another obvious
I was going to
one?
say, what do you think is the other one? Because I
have one that I think is obvious.
I mean, I don't know about for everyone else. That was the most obvious one.
Yeah,
me.
for sure. That was on mine too. Yeah.
And then for me, it was other movies that are very Matrix adjacent, like
Equilibrium.
Literally, what I was about to say.
Equilibrium it's just a version of the Matrix, but
it's so
it's awesome though. It rules.
1984 Matrix,
dude. It's
baby.
I'll have to pull this quote because the thing about the director coming up with the concept of gun kata is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read. Because the director is like out of his mind.
Kurt Wimmer.
Yeah, and he developed this style of fighting that he calls gun kata, which is
really just like playing on the Matrix's like bullet time
100%,
thing.
that's all it is. Yeah.
So it's a ripoff, but it's a fun ripoff.
The Kurt Wimmer quote that fucking rules. He says, "Okay, so I invented gun kata in my yard." Basically, after I would make sure that my family was out of the house and my neighbors weren't looking over the fence, and I developed it in the grass behind my house. And I remember thinking, wow, am I crazy? Do I actually have the balls to hang a movie on this concept that may not work at all? So he's just in his backyard with two fucking, I hope, fake guns. Just doing
about
flips and
Jim
shit.
Kata?
Oh, yeah. Where you're
Jim Kata?
Yeah, it's a movie from the 80s where you're fighting.
Fighting technique that involves
gymnastics.
Yeah, basically being on a pommel
horse. Yes.
Doing like kicks around while people run at you on the pommel horse and you just kick them in the face. It was also a created martial arts system for a movie.
Yeah, amazing.
I just like to throw out another, what I considered as a kid, a Matrix adjacent, Existence by David Cronenberg.
Existence.
Existence.
Where they're in a video game. Fucking rad movie. Love that movie.
It is a good movie, but also
all the Cronenberg shit. But yeah, it is very much like a question reality sort of like movie. And it came out around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the illusionist prestige thing where it's like two movies about the same thing come out. In this case, three. But Existence is great. And Jude Law in it. Death to Existence! And like the veiny, weird gun that he has.
Oh, yeah.
Very Cronenberg.
The flesh gun.
The flesh
shoots
gun.
Teeth.
Yeah. I think I'd have another one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure
I got two.
Was all on our list. Fight Club?
Fight Club. Okay, yeah. See, 1999 weighs heavy on our exact age range because we were all around 12 or 13.
If people haven't picked up from listening to this podcast, we're all kind of emotionally stuck in 1999 with all the new metal and the energy drinks.
The world actually ended in 2000. We're just running on empty vapors.
I will say that one never resonated with me.
Really? I thought it was the most like mind-blowing fucking thing.
I caught the message of it, but at the same time, I was like, I think I had already seen other movies, and the idea of like questioning society or whatever wasn't that. I remember I liked the fight scenes, and I thought some of it was funny, but overall, I did not like.
It was up there
the
with
message, quote unquote, did not
beyond the message. I mean, like the he is Tyler Durden was up there with Bruce Willis is dead the whole time.
Right. Also 1999.
Like, turning my brain into porridge when I was a teenager.
Yeah. No,
but yeah, fake deep. I think some people were like say like its messages almost come across as like fascistic a little bit, like the power of one and
right. Well, it's also it plays into an unfortunate thing that is maybe the downfall of our society, which is media literacy and
Right.
people not understanding that, like, no, this is a critique.
It's a critique of the power of one. These people aren't heroes. They're
No. They're psychotic.
Which is why, I mean, these people, they're sociopaths. Like, that's why that movie works still. And it's just got, one of the purest expressions of like Fincher's style.
Yeah.
The grainy. I mean, that and Seven are like the most which is also mind blowing.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as like people who watch Wolf of Wall Street or Goodfellas. Like, yeah, man, these guys are awesome.
Yeah, I want to be like that. It's like their lives are ruined by the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's why
Well, when they're up,
they're
up, dude,
up,
looks awesome.
baby. Yeah. So
can I do one more? Or
oh
is it-
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, this is kind of what I was thinking with this one because I've got
go.
top 3 is a loose rule.
yeah, top
Loose
3 is
rule,
loose with
loose
this
rule.
particular one.
Okay. Yeah, Matrix, Fight Club,
Yeah.
and I'm ashamed to admit it, Garden State.
Oh, perfect.
I
one.
thought Garden State was like so
Perfect
deep. I was like,
one.
man, is it going to be like that when I'm in my 30s? And guess what? It is like that. I'm exactly like Zach Braff in Garden State.
Yes.
Where that's how
extreme-
Carly met me. Actually, she like put headphones on my head.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was playing the Shins.
I was gonna say, who hasn't had a smoking hot lady put headphones on you and be like, "This will change your life"?
Yeah, and I was like, it
just
really
happens.
did.
Yeah.
It really did. And then I remember even like as a kid, like I had a bunch of unrequited crushes.
Yeah,
No one had ever
sure.
kissed me. All that stuff. And I would watch Garden State, and even that part where he was like, "Good luck exploring the infinite abyss,"
Oh,
and then
God.
they scream into the canyon. I was
Yeah.
like, "This is lame.
Yeah.
This is very lame."
I feel like I had maybe a month to enjoy that movie before Nathan Rabin invented the term "manic pixie dream girl" in his review of Garden State.
And yeah, that's where that term came from. That's right.
Shout out Nathan Rabin, one of my favorite fucking film reviewers.
Film reviewers, yeah. But it was another thing of like it's that age where like the style really swept you up, and
Yeah.
like it was a confident like directorial debut.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It had a lot of style. That fucking frou frou song made everyone happy.
Let's go. Yeah,
Let's go, yeah, get in.
Yeah.
Which is also going to bleed into another top 3 that we're going to talk
Oh,
about.
sure.
But I was like excited to be like an emotionally distant 30-something
Yeah.
after that movie. And now I just see it was mostly just trying to be The Graduate, not really doing too well. of a job.
Yeah. I haven't watched it since I learned I was supposed to not
It's
like
so
it.
overly pretentious. But, I mean, it's not as bad as everyone paints it out
Sure,
to be.
yeah, no, it was
But
just
his movies after that were shit.
Well,
but
yeah,
that one was
yeah.
like,
hey man,
it remembers to be funny in parts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a perfect one. The one that has gone unsaid for my list was Scarface. Which,
Yeah.
Which was a movie that
Nowhere near as good as like the
What did-
movies it claims to be as good as.
What
like,
did you think was deep about
Well,
that?
so what I was going to say is,
I think when you're a kid, you're like, "Holy fuck, he's sawing off his leg."
well, no, I watched Scarface for the first time when I was, I think, 16, because prior to watching it, it was just a movie that existed as posters inside of people's houses on MTV Cribs.
Right.
So I just assumed it was like The Godfather. It was like a movie I needed to see for film purposes and stuff like that.
Right.
And this is why it was, probably irritating to anybody around me. I saw that movie at the exact same time that I started reading Shakespearean tragedies. So I was just constantly trying to be like, it's Macbeth, man. It's fucking Macbeth, man.
Sure, okay, if you say so, sure.
Yeah, so I could still probably write that dissertation if I had to, but I'm realizing now it would have been mega annoying to be around me the first time I saw Scarface
Right.
and was trying to insist that Brian De Palma and Oliver Stone weren't just doing a mountain of cocaine, but in fact doing
Sure.
a
They would-
modern treatment.
it
They would
needed
think you were on cocaine too
Yeah,
for coming up with that theory.
That's a movie that like has so many great sequences.
Yeah.
Needed an editor so bad, was
Oh, yeah.
running off the rails by someone. Rails being the operative
Rails,
word.
yeah.
People on fucked up on blow. And
Rails
it's all about
and gator
blow.
tails.
But the funniest thing on YouTube that me and my brother found that corresponded to it was the supercut of Scarface, which is every time they say the word fuck,
Oh, hell yeah.
which is longer than you think.
yeah, it's probably
it's,
7 minutes long.
It's hilarious because
Yeah.
it's people. It's just like at least 30 people about to die yelling "fuck you."
yeah.
It'll get you psyched up before you have to go do something.
Well, yeah, that's it. JD Hilmer, thank you so much for that question.
Good question.
Next up, top 3 songs that make you nostalgic. This one comes to our friend Dom, listening in Nashville. Shout out to Dom. I'm going to run down mine real quick. So my number 3, and I'm going to do these in chronological order. So when we're talking like early high school, there is but one song that really is the soundtrack to just drinking fucking Mad Dog 2020 and riding around in a fucking Buick that smells like mildew and jumping off waterfalls and all kinds of fun, crazy shit. And that is, of course, fucking Rollouts by Ludacris. Yes.
You can't stop that.
So
I was always saying, like, he has like the declarative, like, he's a great technical rapper.
Fuck yeah, he's amazing.
Ludacris is. And like he has like he can like be declarative and like as like bombastic about fun shit.
Yes.
As like Chuck D is about like, you know, like the state of the world. Like,
he enunciates the shit out of everything.
He's a joke rapper, but he is like so good technically as a rapper.
Yeah, well, and I was watching an interview with him right before Fast X came out, and he was kind of talking, like, he is so self-aware of who he is and what his place in hip-hop is, where he's
so
like,
fun.
He's like, I'm a fun guy. My shit is fun.
Yeah.
And you're like, yep. And man, 2001 when this album comes out, this revolutionized Auburn High School, man. This was, word of mouth was everywhere. This was cuts. And you know, I feel like now, I don't know what the general, idea of people that they have of Ludacris nowadays, but man,
I think he's respected. I don't think he's like held in the same breath as like, I don't know, like
Outcast or
Eminem or something like that. Like
there was a time, children, where this was fucking everywhere.
Had a fucking career longevity too.
So good. I mean, shit. I
listened to Chicken and Beer not too long ago, and I was like, this is fucking fun.
It's fun as fuck every time. And I think I've said this on the show before, but I saw him play at Auburn University. For some reason, it was November. It was cold, and they had a fucking outside concert. Even though we have a giant coliseum he could have been in, they had it outside, and it was freezing. And Ludacris showed up with white Louis Vuitton mittens and did the whole show in Louis V mittens, which I have never seen before or since. I was like, this is the coolest guy ever. So
he is so much. He's so much more skilled than like an Afro Man or something like that.
Right. Well, I
different strokes. But
different strokes. Yeah.
Sam, what's your opinion on Ludacris?
I'm
curious. You're the rap guy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's fine.
Really?
The career longevity isn't true.
You don't think so?
He had 2 popular albums.
Okay.
How do you guys like Theater of the Mind?
He had 3. He had the.
How do you guys like Theater of the Mind?
He had 3 big ones.
The album neither of us know what we're talking about. Yes.
Exactly. His comeback album. Exactly. Not a single fucking person listened to it or gave a fuck.
Yeah.
I listened to it personally.
Yeah.
It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because he had his moment. he had his place.
He did.
The type of music he makes is no longer the popular type of rap.
This is true. Right. This is true. But
so,
as I said, there was a time.
He's a good rapper though.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, also my friends and I constantly would say, "What in the world is in that bag?" And
what you got in that bag?
Yeah,
and he does some good features. He'll still feature on songs that are good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. As far as nostalgia goes,
that's straight from the rap desk.
Yeah, that's true. That's the rap desk. But yeah, as far as that early period of high school goes, snap me back immediately the second I hear that song.
I guess when I say I mean career longevity, I mean I can listen to it from as music from my childhood and be like, this isn't totally embarrassing.
I've had this exact same conversation before where I was a dick and just started going, what about Theater of the Mind? What about Theater of the Mind? And everybody just shuts the fuck up. And then they're like, actually I stopped listening to him 20 years ago, like everyone else.
I guess it's just not like a Limp Bizkit scenario where I listen to it again. I'm like, oh, this is bad. I loved it then and I hate it now. But this is still pretty good.
Yeah. He got some good beats and he made some fun songs.
Yeah.
I can't deny that.
Hell yeah.
And that's not my favorite song of his. He's got good ones.
That's just the one, because the question is like nostalgia, like the thing that takes you back, and nostalgia is a pang of sadness for times gone by. And when I hear that shit, I'm like, it's 2001.
That's what I was trying
to can't drive. I'm sweaty. I'm on my bike. I'm fucking riding around in summertime. You know what I mean? So anyway.
Trying to qualify these two is like taking me back. Not like how do they fit into my life now?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Second one, this is a band I fucking went and saw like 3 weeks ago, but anytime I hear Transdermal Celebration by Ween, this is freshman year for me. This is absolutely driving back and forth between Auburn and Montevallo, where I went for, freshman year, I was at Montevallo, so I would always, commute back and forth.
Right.
And this was, about a year after I started listening to Ween, and the album Quebec. Anytime I hear pretty much anything off of that, as well as Beck's Guero around the same time, and also got to throw in Coast is Never Clear by Beulah. So those 3 records,
I love that album.
fucking all three of those.
Beulah.
That's freshman year. That's me being like, I don't think I like it here. I think I want to go back to Auburn.
Took me a little bit longer to get into indie rock and then retroactively listen to that stuff. But,
yeah, I made the
Coast is Clear is my favorite Beulah album. I love that album.
Yeah, for me, it was like the summer between senior year and freshman year of college was just like this, like immediate transition from basically like Fish and fucking jam bands to this basically.
Sure.
But yeah, so anyway, Transdermal Celebration by Ween, and then the last one. This is just a song that I put this on playlist because I loved this shit. This is the Future Birds, and the song is called "There Is No Place for This to Go," and this comes out in 2010, which was after I graduated college, and this is the period in between college and when I started doing stand-up, where I had no clue what the fuck I wanted to do.
Sure.
And I was having a good time, and this song, it just sounds like that time because it's got kind of a fun, happy melody, but it drags ass. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of sludgy and happy, and that is sort
sloppy.
and that's how I would describe that
ramshackle.
time. Right, and that's
shambolic.
That's how I describe that time period for me, where it's just like, oh my God, what am I? I guess I want to make movies or be a historian or go back to school. Like, no clue what the fuck I wanted to do.
That is, your statement of that depresses me so much because it just shows me how much in a state of arrested development I am, because I'm like, 2010 is like, I'm pretty much the same guy. I'm like, that was 13 years ago. I am not the same guy, and I need to move on with my life. Fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, nostalgic. That means like shit from the late 90s.
Yeah.
It's like that was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit.
I was just trying to think of kind of put things into into eras, as Taylor Swift would say.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is like the lead up to we've talked about this kind of shit before when we would take questions during the Corona Diaries, where it was like, when I started doing stand-up, it added at least some amount of clarity to my life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But everything leading up to that point,
I don't even think I wanted it to at the time, hence my resistance to doing it. But I'm glad we did do it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like this sounds like the lead up to doing stand-up for the first time and being like, a North Star to focus on, perhaps.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. So this is hanging out at Grecian Court with old Chuck Tiz and the gang.
Sure.
Everybody's drinking beer on the porch till 4 a.m, and nobody knows what they want to do. So anyway, that's mine. So as far as nostalgia goes, shout out the Future Birds. They're a fucking amazing band from Athens, Georgia, by the way.
Check that out.
Yeah. So anyway, what you got, Carter?
Okay. Songs that make me feel nostalgic. The 2010 thing, I was like, I could have picked anything from 2010. It was like, I just like all that same shit still.
Yeah, no,
so
same.
I'm just like stuck in a state of arrested development. Kind of like Frou Frou, that song. Let Go by Imogen Heap. But I think it's a song that's similar to that, but I was even younger. A song that makes me feel instantly nostalgic is You Gotta Be by Desiree.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, this song...
Dude,
I remember this song playing so much on the radio. It was a huge fucking hit when I was starting to kind of care about music a little bit. Like, I did not care about music until maybe like 97, 98 or something.
Yeah.
And I remember this song being like very comforting.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to be fucking terrified of thunderstorms. And this song used to be like,
oh wow,
this is like sharing a trauma on a podcast.
Oh.
But it's like fucking like I would like listen to like play this on a tape recorder and like turn it up so loud so I couldn't hear thunder.
Whoa.
And it was this song and fucking In the Middle of the Night by Billy Joel.
River of Dreams?
River of Dreams,
Hell
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listen to it now and it makes me calm.
Of
like
course.
It has a calming effect.
Look, every time they put this on at Curves during my spin class, it's,
right,
it's
yeah,
awesome.
this is like such that song.
Look, me and other girls.
I gotta be bold. I gotta be wiser.
Me and other girls, we gotta get up that last hill, you know?
Sure, you gotta tackle that hill to this grocery store song.
No, this was featured in The Next Karate Kid starring Hilary Swank.
Uh-huh.
This is what plays over the credits, and that movie came on HBO every day during the summer,
Sure.
whatever year this was. So,
Right.
Yeah, I also like this song a lot.
It's a lovely song. Like I
yeah.
still listen to it. I'm getting like a little. Maybe it's the just work.
Yeah.
It's probably just the just work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'm getting cold sweats. Okay, number 2. Just to preface this, I was at the bar the other day and someone was like, it's not by this band, but I was at the bar and I was like, there's a Hall & Oates song on. And someone was like, "You're not old enough to like this." I'm like, "You fucking idiot! There's the internet and
Everyone
the radio.
likes them.
You drunk piece of shit, idiot,
Yeah.
motherfucker." And then I got that mad. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But
You beat his ass.
I
Stabbed him
beat
with
his
a wine
fucking
stem.
ass. Yeah, I stabbed him with a wine stem. Lost my job. Got hired back because they're like, "We need you." But
You said, "Yeah, I'm the hardest fucking worker.
I'm the hardest
here."
mother," and then I went and surfed, and like a bunch of people gave me high fives and shit. The second song I would say is not of my time period is what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
my dad used to play it a lot. "Against the Wind" by Bob
Oh,
Seger.
of course, yeah.
And it just reminds me of like when we had a pool and stuff, and hearing frogs by the pool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just like it's a song like about nostalgia that
yeah.
makes me feel nostalgic.
It's all of Bob Seger's songs kind of have this to some degree.
Of course, if
Yeah.
there was ever a drunk dad song, like it is this one.
Oh yeah.
And not saying my dad is a drunk dad,
No.
but he
This is conducive to grabbing your son and be like, "Let me tell you some shit."
let me tell you something. These days are gonna fly by.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yep.
I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this
beautiful
song, yeah, great song. And it doesn't have any of the sexual overtones of Night,
Night Moves, yeah,
so,
exactly.
it's more palatable to share with your.
Night Moves is more of a dirty grandpa song.
This is like the
dirty
soundtrack
uncle.
to having a sip of beer with your dad for the first time.
Yes,
Is this song?
100%. Oh, you don't like it, do you?
You're like, yeah, it kind of tastes like pee-pee, doesn't it?
That'll change.
Yeah,
You're gonna love it.
that'll change.
You're gonna love
It runs in your family. You're gonna be an alcoholic. Okay. Last one I had 3. I'll just pick one. They're all kind of basically the same song. Fucking. Oh, dude, no, never mind. Fuck these 3 songs. That made first first rap song, to be honest, that I really was like, this rules. Rough Riders Anthem by DMX, dude.
Oh, shit, yeah.
that's a good song.
That was like, I remember my brother was like, "You gotta listen to this shit, bro, because this shit is hard."
I mean, it is.
It is hard as fuck, and it was so catchy,
It's the recurring joke of that Chris Rock movie, Down to Earth.
dude.
When the guys are trying to kill him, they're always listening to this song when they pull up.
Oh man, growling at your friends after everyone got into Rough Riders.
Yeah.
so
yeah.
much fun.
Oh, this would have been included on any mix CD that also had Roll Out on there for sure, because that's roughly the same era, you know.
You know, he got the respect and stuff when he died. Everyone was like, you know, he was one on a million. He was great. That's standard stuff when a celebrity dies, but one of the greatest rappers of all time, if you're asking
Hell yeah.
me.
Yeah.
For this era, he was probably the hottest rapper in the game.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Dude.
At least 2 years.
Yeah.
He was the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just reminds me of this is around the age where I was like, oh man, I wonder when I'm going to start getting drunk or smoking cigarettes, or like, you know,
God, mine.
puberty. This is the soundtrack for puberty for me. It was
Yeah.
being in the Rough Riders.
Checking it every day, being like, no hair yet.
Yeah, no hair yet, but
Coming soon. Coming soon.
Coming soon. I was also like, I was on the way to being as tall as I am now.
Yeah.
Very fat.
Yeah, hell yeah. Same here. Yeah.
And I know all of us are like, yeah, when I finally hit my growth spurt, all this fat will just even out, right?
And it did for a while, and then
Yeah.
it came back.
You know.
All right, runners up.
Oh yeah. What you got?
Good Riddance by Green Day.
Oh, absolutely.
Take My Picture by Filter.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I should have maybe mentioned that one. And Black Balloon by Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh,
which
man.
again, those are all 3 like they're basically the same song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those also made me feel nostalgic.
Hell yeah. What you got, Sam?
Oh man, this is hard for me because I have a thing in my brain that really lets me recall songs and when I've heard them a lot and first time I've heard them and whatever.
Right.
So I have a ton of options, but this one reminds me of going to high school with my friends in the morning, and that's ESG, Ballin' Out of Control, Wrecked, Chopped, and Screwed version. But yeah, this is just a song that we listen to every day. It's a good album. This whole album is actually good. ESG is a good artist. Check him out. But this song...
You can't be like ESG and let your body defrost.
Had to take my chain off, let my body defrost. He's got so many good like albums and albums he's featured on. Oh, this is it.
It's going down, baby.
Fuck yeah.
This isn't the official Chopped and Screwed version, but we'll let it play for the podcast.
Sure. Okay. Was it... Was DJ Screw still around? Was he around at this point?
DJ Screw, I think, might have still been alive, but this was by he was under Wreck Shop Records, so I think their DJ did it.
Gotcha. Okay. Hell yeah. So what did you do on the way to school? Was there
Just smoked weed, and chilled out and talked, you know. Parked outside and just listened to songs. But this is always one of the main ones.
Man, hell yeah.
This version sucks actually, but this is find the official version, guys. You gotta find the good stuff.
Okay.
This whole album rules. I don't know. I have so many memories of random shit. The first time I've heard fucking like Ether by Nas.
Yeah, I wonder.
Chopped and Screw is like really what it reminds me of, like getting high for the first time.
I wonder if Ether was ever on Tidal, Jay-Z's music service.
I wonder.
Whatever. Nas is so much better than Jay-Z.
Yeah,
we can all. That's one thing everyone can agree on, unless you're insane.
Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind if you think Jay-Z's better than us.
Yep.
This song's good. It's just a crazy song. It's the craziest diss song of all time.
Yeah,
as far as popular rappers.
I got into Nas
more so than Tupac saying he fucked Biggie's wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This song is like,
eclipsed that somehow.
Yeah.
I got into Nas around the same time that Ludacris was happening, and specifically the song "Shoot 'Em Up" off of Nostradamus, which when I was younger, just being a fat Caucasian child, rap was such an alien subject matter to me, where it's just like, oh, this is like guys talking about murder and shit. I love this, right?
Oh yeah.
And "Shoot 'Em Up" is like. Something about it was so funny to me, which is that the sample is "Carol of the Bells," which is the Christmas song, the bum ba da dum 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 dum. But the chorus is "Shoot 'em up, just shoot 'em up, what? Kill, 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 murder, murder, murder." And we were like, "Yo, this is the hardest thing I've ever heard." And it was just something about the contrast of a Christmas carol with that chorus. I was just like, "This guy fucking rocks."
Sure.
I remember his video for Nostradamus debuted, and they had at Blockbuster, you had to go and get 3D glasses that were paper because the debut was going to be in 3D. So me and my friends rode our bikes to Blockbuster and fucking got the 3D Nas glasses to watch the music video.
Damn, if you only had those.
I know, yeah. I wonder if I could find some of those online.
I would support your hoarding habit if you had a pair of those.
If I had some Nas glasses, I'll find some for your Christmas present, Sam.
But yeah, this reminds me of also being in high school, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even like nostalgic for this time, but I really just have a thing in my brain that lets me remember where I was when I heard songs for the first time.
Yeah, it's just like burrowed into your subconscious. If hearing it instantly takes you back.
Or if I've heard it enough times that it reminds me of a certain thing. I remember being on a road trip with my family. We got really into the Beach Boys' Kokomo over and over again. And it's a really catchy song, especially me and my brother were young. So it's like a really simple song.
Dude, I totally agree. This is such a nostalgic, like, parents loved it and pushed it into your subconscious as a child song. Me too, for sure.
Yeah. No, this was actually the same time period that I talked about with the Future Birds song, 2010, 2011. This was definitely a thing where, shout out to friend of the show, Johnny Mose, when he was moving out of Auburn. The last night in town, we were all at the Balcony Bar, which had to be shut down after someone got stabbed there a few years later.
I'll do it, yeah.
But we all ended up singing this song together. And yeah, so
what a moment of unity.
Crank this motherfucker.
Smelting in your hand.
This is Brian Wilson's nowhere to be found for this era, right?
To the rhythm of the steel drum band. Down in Coca, Jamaica. Ooh, I mean, absolutely.
When you're a child,
this is not. Brian Wilson has nothing to do with this era of the Beach Boys, right?
I think this is when he was briefly back, actually.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be, but that sounds like Brian right there. So I don't know.
I remember just being on that road trip and having, I don't think it was a Beach Boys cassette. It was some sort of mix, maybe a soundtrack or
Sounds of
something
Summer?
that had this on it. I don't know. It was, this song reminds me of it.
Hell yeah.
What are you looking at? Oh, you're seeing if he was in there.
Yeah. I was trying. Yeah. Oh, there he is right there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Brian Wilson's front and center in the video. So
Is that Brian?
That's Brian, baby.
One time.
I can never really tell what he definitively looks like.
Yeah.
There's like the way how he looks in Pet Sounds, and then there's how he looks now,
yeah.
and then anywhere in between is just like, I don't know.
Don't they do that on Full House? I think they do. But anyway.
They love to go on Full House. These Beach Boy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
These Beach Boy sons of bitches.
Yeah. Okay. No, Brian Wilson isn't on the song.
That's
but
what I
think
figured.
He's on the video. I think he's in the video.
I think I heard that was like a not Brian Wilson period, and it's like a shitty like Mike Love written song or something
yeah.
like that,
Oh, I don't know if we can give Mike Love credit for that.
or Dennis or whoever.
Yeah.
wrote it.
Oh, fucking John Phillips from the Mamas and the Papas wrote the song. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
So that's a banger.
Yeah,
I'd
hell
heard
yeah.
the song a lot already and liked it. This is a different song I'm talking about now. Incubus Drive.
Yeah, I used to love it when I was a kid too.
One time I was listening to this song when my parents were, well, and look, my parents taught me how to drive a bunch of times. So one time they were teaching me how to drive and this song came on. And now when I hear this song, it reminds me of the time my dad taught me to drive in a parking lot.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh man,
It has like the little
subtle turntabling. Yep.
And that just melody, man.
Almost imperceptible.
Brandon Boyd.
Hell yeah.
You should talk to Chris about Incubus.
Oh no.
These Calabasas motherfuckers.
And then, I mean, I could tell you a bunch of other shit. I mean, fucking Nicki Minaj, Super Bass. I used to just listen to that song way too much in my apartment by myself. So many songs. I'm very good at remembering where I was when a song played.
Sure. I remember Wish You Were Here by Incubus really reminds me of going to the beach when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Incubus had some bangers about chilling out in the sun.
They were the beach band. They were like the beach metal band.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, shout out to Dom. Thank you for that question. And then the last one up here. This should go quick. Shout out to our friend in North Carolina at boom_Mike85 wants to know top 3 seasonal foods.
This is tough.
This was tough for you? I'm going to rattle mine off real quick. So number 3, apple cider baked goods. So there's a certain,
that makes
certain
sense.
time around the fall, and everybody makes a big hoopla about pumpkin spice. And,
Yeah, I was gonna say pumpkin spice is the only thing I could think of.
fucking
Pumpkin pie.
What-
It's on
and
my
like
list.
and Christmas food.
Yeah.
What everybody's forgetting about is apple cider donuts show up at the donut shops around this time of year too.
I've never had one of those.
Oh, buddy, we'll go to California Donuts after this shit is over, baby. They are delicious. But yeah,
They're out right now?
should be. I mean, we're getting close enough. Everybody's got their Halloween
fucking
shit out.
September.
I know. Hey, I'm not in charge of it. You know.
That's true. I did see a pumpkin patch the other day.
Yep. My number 2 seasonal foods, summer fruits. So tomatoes specifically. Anytime I get a fresh tomato out the garden and a BLT, it's perfect. Also, shout out to peaches and plums. And then my number 1, and I'm gonna word this very specifically, a ham.
A ham.
Not ham. You can eat ham anytime.
I did earlier today.
I mean,
Delicious.
a ham.
A
Like a big spiral cut.
Right. There's
Yeah.
only really one time of year, maybe 2 if you're really into
When it's
Easter.
cold.
Yeah.
When it's
so, you got your Easter, you got your Christmas, but there's a couple times of year, both of them are Jesus based, where it's okay to have a gigantic
Right.
fucking endless supply of ham just in the fridge.
Right.
And
that you
Sometimes-
carve.
Yes.
And if you're
Yeah.
a real freak, Thanksgiving also.
yeah.
I fucks with some Thanksgiving ham.
I know, that's the thing. It's like you almost kind of can't have ham at Thanksgiving because it reminds you how much better it is than turkey. on the
Right.
whole.
Oh, man, I like it. That was going to be on mine. Turkey. It's
Oh,
good.
yeah. No, it's
you
not.
Don't, you
Hey.
don't bake. It's the same thing. You eat turkey all year round. You eat a
Right,
turkey
right.
sandwich.
Oh,
no problem.
turkey. Yeah.
But yeah, when you roast that whole turkey, that's a good ass time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I also, he asked about foods, but I did want to shout out the 2 drinks I thought of, which is Baja Blast, which has now become a summer
That's
thing.
seasonal?
Summer.
I have that
yeah.
all the time.
No.
You're McRibbing that. It's
Nah.
like you could have that all the time.
No, it's a summer thing. I'm positive.
Gotcha.
And then the winter wake up tea at Trader Joe's, which I got really into around the beginning of March of last year, and I bought 1 box, and then I came back like 2 weeks later and taking it away. So anyway,
Gotcha.
it's cinnamony delish. Anyway, what you got, Carter?
Stuffing.
Stuff? Oh, yes.
Stuffing
Hell
is
yeah.
the shit. It
Yeah.
is the best savory food.
Yeah.
That is wholly carb based.
Yeah.
No vegetables needed.
No vegetables needed.
Oh, no. Well, you got to get a little celery in there, a little onion.
little
you
celery.
can,
you
but-
can. I could eat on Thanksgiving. I could literally just eat an entire plate of stuffing. I don't need anything else.
Yep.
Just the stuffing.
Yeah.
It's bread, and I love bread.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Let's see. When it's hot, mangoes.
Oh, yes. Mangoes.
When they're like slippery, slimy, and
Fuck yeah.
fucking buttery, and
Sold by a guy on the corner covered in tahini and
my
lime
God.
juice.
That's
Oh.
the only hot time thing that I like. I hate being hot, which just sucks because I moved to California. But I love mangoes.
Yeah,
mangoes
hell yeah.
are fucking good. I don't know. I really don't like Christmas foods.
They're not that interesting.
They
don't.
yeah.
They don't switch up enough from a normal thing.
Yeah.
To really be notable. It's like, yeah, you can eat a bunch of mashed potatoes and maybe a turkey.
Well, okay, I'll put that fried turkey. It's just
Yeah,
more
okay.
Thanksgiving shit.
Yeah.
But like fried turkey is really the only one you eat around Thanksgiving.
Yes,
I eat turkey all year round.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a turkey sandwich a day.
Uh-huh.
Good
but
job.
thank you very much. I'm very sleepy. But then the just work made me you know, up and at 'em.
Yep.
Fried turkey is a good and I've like a bunch of uncles gathering around it, acting like they are the best at it, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
lowering a turkey into a deep fat fryer and pulling it out.
Rivers does it.
I was gonna
Rivers
say-
is the guy.
Yeah,
He's the guy.
I'm the uncle.
He is. You give off uncle vibes
and,
for sure.
and every year,
That shirt.
yeah, hell yeah.
He's wearing a very stylish Dia de los. Well, you'll see in the photo
Yeah,
that's associated
yeah.
with this episode.
Check out
Look
the
at the
cover art.
photo, people.
But yeah, no, every year when I start dipping that turkey into the grease, there's usually several comedians standing around with phones filming it because they think I'm going to set myself on fire. And I have to be like, no, I am the best at this.
Yeah, it's like this is what separates you guys
Yeah.
from the headliners.
Hell yeah.
The headliners trust their audience.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys are open micers.
Uh-huh. What you got, Sam?
A turkey, whole
Yep.
turkey, roasted turkey. Why not? It's
Fuck
fun. It's like
It's the best bird, really. I like
everyone-
it better than chicken. Now.
Everyone complains that it's not good enough or whatever. And I think that's just because it's a special occasion. Everyone thinks you should have some amazing fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll say pumpkin pie. I don't even eat pie that
Yeah,
much,
pumpkin
but it's
pie's
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
And it seems wrong to do in any other thing.
Yeah.
Also,
Morally wrong.
You guys brought up fruits. I wasn't even thinking about that. But when the avocados are ripe,
Oh,
boy,
yeah,
is
yeah.
that a delicious little treat.
Is that
yeah.
summer? That's summer. Is that
Spring,
Yeah, spring-ish, I feel
Spring-ish.
like. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but
So yeah, when it's avocado season, that's a good season.
yeah.
All of my favorite things at all the seasonal meals are just things you can eat any other time.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese, stuff like that.
Yeah. Green bean casserole.
I mean, I guess you could, and it's like, do you include fucking hamburgers and hot dogs on the 4th of July?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fun ass time, but also you could eat those
Anytime.
True.
364 days a year.
Yeah.
Any old time.
Oi. Well, shout out to boom_Mike85 for that question. If you have top 3 lists you wish us to populate and opine upon, please tweet at us at TheGoodsPod. Fellas, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our jam of the week.
I was excited I thought it was Paranoid at first, but
Do you know what this is? You're gonna know in about 2 seconds.
to be.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. This is Steppenwolf.
I was like, brother, you're gonna get a bunch of guys
Who just love to party.
who loved and love to party.
Yes, most of
And
these
they're-
people are dead.
You were talking about being taken back, brother. Ooh-wee.
We don't often dip into the 60s, so I decided to do that today.
Good
This is-
good shithead 60 song for sure.
Oh, yeah. We did Born to Be Wild for our Sturgis episode back during the Corona Diaries, so this is our first time revisiting the boys of Steppenwolf, but this is from their 1968 album, The Second, and I actually sourced this from... They have like 3 or 4 versions of this online, so between all of them, about 50 million views and about 11,000 comments, and y'all Found the best. So let us now. Oh, feel that groove, man.
It makes me want to like buy a Kia.
Yeah.
This is it's one of those songs that just turned into a commercial.
This is
Yeah,
a
for
Toyota-thon.
sure.
Yeah, Toyota-thon happening now at Carl Gregory.
It's like people have overdosed to this song. You're taking the edge away.
Yeah, hell yeah. Joe Bennett from 2 years ago. First time I dropped a lid, woke around and
lid.
smoked a big doobie. Fucked.
The character from Harry Potter.
I know, yeah. He says, fucked up for days. Good times.
Damn.
So,
So lid is what is that?
it's weed, right?
oh
I have no fucking.
that is weed. That's what's the drug that is specific to the 60s and 70s? It does not. It's not barbiturates.
Oh, you're talking about Reds?
Quaaludes.
Quaaludes.
Yeah. No, lid. I much in the way that you remember when songs happen. I remember when I had to look up a reference, and it was when I was watching Arrested Development for the first time, and Oscar gets stuck in Job's magic trick, and the lid closes on him and knocks him out. And Ron Howard goes, "This was not the first time Uncle Oscar had been knocked out by a powerful lid." And I was like, "What's that joke?" And I looked it up, and I think it's a bag of weed.
So it's like a very, very old man term.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
weed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he just smoked weed if he was fucked up for days.
I mean-
unless he was just constantly smoking.
That's what I was gonna
which
say.
I definitely I approve of.
Could have been on a 1968 weed bender, man.
Well, have you ever had someone who's like over the age of like 55 now be like, I couldn't smoke weed now, it's too powerful.
Oh,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, but
even
it's
back when I lived in Texas.
It's like, but you were smoking schwiggity swag back in the 70s,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
it's more concentrated.
Yeah, they were smoking that 6%, and now they
Yeah.
come and hit the 31,
Yeah.
and they're flipping out.
They hit the
understandably.
They hit the Wakanda and it's over. Raving,
Honda Kush, dude.
raving from 7 years ago. My ex-wife was driving my Corvette to see her brother. She had a few drinks and was a crazy bitch anyway. This was the song.
A few drinks might bring that out.
Yeah.
This was the song that was playing when the Texas State Troopers Red and Blues came on behind her. She floored it and led 5 police agencies across 3 jurisdictions before she got my car tires spiked. So it's like,
How does he
do you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. How do you fucking know that this was the song?
Maybe that was her excuse when he was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Steppenwolf.
Well, I was fucking drunk and
I was on a magic carpet ride.
I was listening
Just
to
dropped a
Steppenwolf.
lid or whatever the fuck that means.
Just dropped a lid. Vincent Anguioni from 4 years ago. My old man came into my room. I was listening to this and tripping.
Nice.
My black light was on,
Fucking
and
nice.
the ceiling was aglow with color.
Hell yeah.
It was too much for him, but all he did was yell, "R.I.P. Pop. Now I am the old man, but I still love the old shit. I wonder about when I get seriously old."
It's fucked up to try to make your son have a bad trip.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a good father.
Clean your room.
Are you staring at the goddamn ceiling again?
Turn that fucking music down.
Cress 3497 from 3 years ago. I am here because this dude is at my house, and he said that he is in a famous
You're
rock.
in this YouTube comment section.
This dude is at my house, and he says that he is in a famous rock band, Steppenwolf. I didn't know about this before. He is friends with my mother, and he accidentally scared my cat. I am so confused. It's a weird situation.
Yeah, well, it sounds like the guy from Steppenwolf
Is
is fucking your mom,
Yeah.
and it scared the cat.
And yeah, it's 100% right. Yeah.
Well,
I love that one. I just want to know which.
he needs to take a little magic carpet ride around the block and let the dude from Steppenwolf finish his business with the mom.
Yeah, and I like several of Steppenwolf are dead, so it limits the amount of people it could have been.
Definitely a guy lying about being in Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
I'm in Steppenwolf.
Yeah, you ever heard of Steppenwolf? I'm in it.
Which is enough for this guy's mom to be like, hooray.
Angelina Vocon from 4 years ago. About time. Fuck me. Steppenwolf? Really? Where have you
About
been?
time for this song to play for 8 million times a day.
Steppenwolf? Really? Where you been hiding? What a treat. Unexpected. Damn. Hey, I got a ticket to ride. Let's go. You're a killer, Big Al. See you later. Lolly. So I think Steppenwolf just came on like a random randomizer on YouTube, and she says, "What an unexpected treat."
I will comment on this.
Carpe Diem from 5 years ago. That demon spirit porn is an evil bitch. You might run from
Tempting
her.
my boner.
You might run from her as fast as you can, but she'll eat you up. She is the unquenchable thirst. And her and Jezebel, they're a dynamic duo.
Get away, demon.
Only Jesus/Bible can give you strength to turn once they get you in the WWWEB. They
Web.
weave.
The World Wide Web.
Yeah, get it?
WW Web.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually
Why
people,
does this song remind him of porn addiction?
don't know.
Because every Christian who looks at porn and feels bad about sexuality drives themselves crazy about it.
Yeah.
They claim that porn is an evil toxin that has
It's chasing
infiltrated
them.
their life.
Yeah.
And that demons want them to jerk off, and it makes them feel so anxious they go crazy. And they claim that porn is bad for their
Yeah,
brain.
yeah.
When it's like your brain is bad for your brain.
Right. But why does this song make them think about porn?
I don't know.
It's because they're thinking about porn 24/7.
Yeah.
And they saw porn that had this song.
They
in
heard the
background.
song. They heard the lyric "ride," and they're like, "Oh, I know where this is
Like
going.
riding pee-pees, like riding wieners.
I can't get away from it. I can't get away."
Can't get away from it, back devil. Jesus Bible will stop you. Will stop you from getting me caught in the web of seductive boners and suggestive breasts.
Jody Overdoser from 5 years ago.
Oh boy.
I wish I.
Good screen name.
Yeah, good screen name.
I wish
A
I.
public figure.
I wish I had a big fat joint to go with this song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an alcoholic, and I don't have nearly enough booze tonight to get me high.
Oh jeez.
I'd also like to have a pretty woman with big tits and a nice ass to along with this fantasy high. If only I had weed. Fuck! It's like,
Okay, I mean that's basically every moment of my life you just described.
sure, yeah.
Come with me, little girl.
I wish I had a girlfriend and some weed and a job. It'd be nice if my mom was nicer to me.
I'm out of that good old fun time juice because as I am an alcoholic, aforementioned.
Got a few more here. Bill Howells from 4 years ago. After a long day of fun-loving motorcycle riding and other adventures, me and my Bigfoot buddies like nothing better than sitting around a campfire, getting high, and have sex with these beautiful and sexy women around
With each
here.
other.
The women in the Fairfield County, Connecticut area, which includes New York, are gorgeous and will fuck anything. Just ask my Bigfoot buddies who are big and hairy. So I like that they're in a campfire and somehow they're able to just summon women from out of the woods of Connecticut to be like, yes, I will absolutely.
I can't get no reception from my Bumble machine.
Yeah. It's
I think I'll go on YouTube and post about all the sex I'm having.
Oh, are
that
you a-
seems like a good idea.
Are you a quasi-homeless biker? Yes, I'd love to.
I like how they're so like hate themselves so much that they'll have sex with a girl and then it's like, yeah, you'd fuck anything.
Even my smelly ass.
You know, my deranged, depressed, no good feeling, sad ass, and I'm fat and ugly. You whore.
Daryl Cook, 1317 from 3 years ago. I actually opened for Steppenwolf back in the 90s at a pot fest up in Maine at Harry Brown's farm. Yeah,
Oh.
at Harry Brown's farm. But
That's like what my dad would call Bonnaroo.
I know.
It's a pot
A
fest.
damn pot fest. Is that what it said on the check they paid you with when you played there? Pot Fest, LLC.
What do they pay you in mushrooms and doobie snacks? It's a pot fest, okay?
He says, but I also remember the 60s and the hippies. Me being one myself. Did a lot of drugs back then, and
I'm sure you
I
did.
remember pretty much all of it. It was the drinking shit that I don't remember. I also grew up in the New England, Connecticut, and Cape Cod area. My dad had many pizza joints in Hyannis, Yarmouth, Dennis, and Harwich. In 1969, I was 11 years old and smoked my first joint that I found on the side of the road. I mostly saw bad stuff back
Well,
then.
Happy day.
I mostly saw bad stuff back then, as my dad was connected to the mob. Them and the cops. Those were the bad guys to me. I saw so much wrongdoing, although my dad's connection saved my ass many times on both sides of the law. I hung out at a lot of hippie places in Hyannis to escape it all. Today, I serve the Lord Jesus Christ. Blessings and thank you. So this guy's dad owned a pizza place that was
Heavily
embedded-
mob connected.
mob connected, but also to the cops.
The mob was paying off the cops.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
The
At
mob
the
would pay
pizza
off the
place.
cops, and they would be like, "I didn't see nothing," and then they would just whack some guy.
And then it would be
Yeah.
like free pie for all the cops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're the places that gives the police free stuff.
Yeah, we're an upstanding institution, all right? Then he was like, geez, life's all murder and payoffs. And then he finds a little joint on the
Yeah.
road, and he's like, my mind is expanding.
Yeah, yeah.
And the song starts playing.
Literal ditchweed.
Ditchweed?
I found absolutely literal ditchweed.
Wait, is this the same guy that opened for them at Potfest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we started in that comment.
Yeah, he
Forgot
started
about that.
Yeah, he opened for them at Podfest, and boy, if you thought that one was rambly. And finally, Sybil Strum from 1 year ago. It's too bad you quit, Steppenwolf. You were really getting
Fucking gave up.
You were really getting popular with the young kids and old kids. You shouldn't have retired. And when you came to the River Festival 6 years ago, I tried to get an autograph from you, but you just sat there and said no autographs. At least the Guess Who gave autographs. But what does that tell you? Well, I remember you in 1977. You were singing "Born to Be Wild" at the
I kept
River
trying to get you to sign my dick, and you said no autographs.
at the River Festival, and we were very mad because you did not give autographs. So what does that tell you? That is not what you should have done. You should have given your fans time to be with you and thank them for thinking of you, but instead you just went off and retired. And furthermore, when I really
Furthermore, you should be my best friend.
Yeah, why aren't we friends?
Why don't you write back when I send you letters?
she says, furthermore, when I get discovered, I'm going to be there for my fans. I'm going to give them autographs, and even some of my fans could go to dinner with me.
Wow, you're nice.
I'm doing good.
So this insane stalker lady is,
She says,
we're thinking 68, maybe? Pretty old?
Yeah, she's old.
She says, I'm doing good, and I'm still a songwriter and a singer and an entertainer and so forth, and the mother of 7 kids, 10 grandkids. So I'm doing good, but I think you should have at least stayed
I'm doing
around.
great.
You should have stayed around because now the Guess Who are doing better than you ever did.
Yeah, that's all the kids are talking about now is the Guess Who.
American Woman.
I like how her whole basis of reality is based off this one concert she went to.
Yeah.
She says Chicago's doing better and Kansas is doing better. Even Ozzy Osbourne is doing good.
No,
Oh,
he's not.
I know, he's really
when
not.
was this written?
This is from 1 year ago. He is not doing good.
Yeah, he was not doing good then either.
Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne's doing
Put out an
good.
album last year.
I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good. We're going to beat this coronavirus and Delta virus and all the other viruses
She's
and
even
all
late
that
on
stuff.
that shit.
We're going to win. We're going to defeat everything that's bad, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be rocking it, baby. So think about it. It'd be nice to come and see you come out of retirement because you got some great songs. We still listen to Born to Be Wild at my school in Cheney, Kansas, and I loved it. My teacher loved it. And then Bachman Turner Overdrive, too. They're doing good.
All her family is like, I love it when grandma gets on the
Yeah.
computer
Yeah.
and then she stops talking.
Because she'll stop saying the shit at dinner. That's nice, Grandma. That's nice.
I'm rocking it. Sybil Strum, come hear me, and you will get a great show, all right? Oh, I'm rocking at Judy's Bar. It's on Seneca.
Rock to the core.
It's on Seneca by the railroad tracks in Wichita. So just take care of yourselves, all right? Bye. By the way, my name is Sybil Strum. Come up, see me sometime, big boy, as Mae West used to say.
Oh, now after all that insults, she's like, you can come hit it if you want.
She is
Yeah.
negging Steppenwolf. That's what
Yeah,
she's doing.
If you want to smash, though.
yeah, Sybil.
I have 10 grandchildren. Let's go.
Sybil Strum. I'm very.
Stay away from my grandmother.
We know who the guy's actually banging from that
Yeah,
other
the
comment.
other mom. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
A lot of mom fucking going on in these
When
comments.
you're in
of Steppenwolf, of
Steppenwolf,
course.
yeah.
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
You clock in and you do that.
Hell yeah. Born to be wild, baby.
I can't believe
With
this
someone's
person.
mom.
It's so funny that it's like, you wouldn't give me an autograph and then just writes the craziest shit in the world. It's like, oh, I wonder why they didn't want to be anywhere near you.
Yeah.
Well, that is Steppenwolf's Magic Carpet Ride, our jam of the week. Carter Glasscock, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram I might tweet again someday. I don't know. Maybe.
Don't do it.
Yeah, maybe not. And you could read my record reviews on New Noise magazine.
Hell yeah. STH, where can people find you online?
Slam Harder on Twitter, Sam Harder 666 on Instagram, TikTok Slam Harder. That's all I got, I think. Wait, I think the Drunken Stone Fest.
Oh, yeah.
The Drunken Stone Fest.
You mean the damn pot fest?
Yeah, to the Pot
Damn
Fest. There's
Pot
a
Fest.
comedy fest, and it's happening October 20th and 21st.
Fuck yeah. Where
Is it
at?
like half for drunk, half for stoned sort of thing, or you're both?
You're allowed to be both.
Okay.
It's not like a themed show. It's just comedy, but also the theme is you just come get fucked up.
Crossfading is encouraged.
Got-
Yeah,
Gotcha,
exactly.
gotcha.
It's not in LA. It's like a campground thing outside of LA. Let me look.
Whoa.
up
Oh,
where it
okay.
is. Yeah. It's in Lancaster, I
Oh.
think, actually.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
It's at
Oh.
Lancaster, so if you want to camp in the desert, October 20th at 4:20, you can see me perform.
Dude,
Oh, cool.
all right. Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's what they're all going to be saying there.
Oh,
Dude.
fucking, yeah, Straight Edge Jesse, the guy who sent us all the pre-workout. Yeah, he's out in Lancaster. Go see Samuel
Oh,
at
yeah.
420, man.
I'm going to say time to break that edge,
I was
Jesse.
going to say, yeah.
Time to
You
get
wanna-
crossfaded.
If you want to be around a bunch of people you're going to be annoyed by.
Yeah.
Come do it.
Stone Fest.
Fuck yeah. Well, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads. I still have not posted on the latter two, but maybe someday. I'm at Rivers Langley, and you can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Every episode ever, and new clips dropping all the time. YouTube.com/The Goods Pod. Buy a shirt, make you look skinny on TV. ProWrestlingTees.com/The Goods Pod. Best way to support the show, head to Patreon.com/The Goods Pod. Second best way to support the show, head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, daddy, Steppenwolf's gonna be stepping in with your mama. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.